So what a good episode of Boruto Next Generations, and this episode did everything it needed to do and more. I feel like this could have been the best episode of the series so far, because what it did, what it set up for Boruto, what it did for Mitsuki, and it's how well they did it. Now let's just Let's just start right from the beginning here, and we find out that everyone failed this test. 3 people had to get across the line, but only 2 people were making it, and the kids didn't realize that they were abandoning their comrades. And we see that Boruto doesn't, and that's the big thing I want to get into here. Is I love how Studio Pierrot and/or the mangaka, the creator of Boruto, has written this said character, and because he's the exact opposite of Naruto, but yet he's still the same as Naruto. And what I'm getting at is, 1, he's someone who's actually kind of lazy. 2, he's someone who doesn't try to grab people's attention because he wants attention. He doesn't try to go out and get into trouble. He tries to go out and get into trouble because he's someone who actually wants to do the right thing. He resembles his father whenever he grew out of the, hey, everyone hates me, so let's try to grab their attention phase. And at the same time, he's someone who's actually good at school, which is, oddly enough funny, but he's just naturally good at school, even though he doesn't even study from what we've been shown. Now, I love that. I love how he's the same, and he has a lot of, qualities of Naruto, and he thinks like he thinks like Naruto in the end. His conclusion is the same as Naruto's in a lot of cases, but I feel as if Boruto, his thought process, his step-by-step process is so different than Naruto's, if you guys understand what I'm saying. And I love how they actually, talk about how Boruto does have that gravitational effect, and what was it, Ino and Sai's son, I can't remember his name exactly, but he says it's because of an idiot, that's what he tells Mitsuki, and Mitsuki's another big plot point on this show, or this episode in general, and it's him trying to find his way, trying to find why people gravitate towards Boruto, trying to find what's so special about this kid. And once again, it's the same thing for Naruto. It's the same conclusion, but yes, it's different steps to get there. Each step is different. And it's because he is who he is. He's someone who is spotlight, not necessarily even intentionally. He doesn't try to, do that. Boruto's not the person that tries to be in the spotlight intentionally, as to where Naruto was as a child. And that's something that, once again, I love a lot. I mean, Mitsuki is a product of his environment. That's why he saved Dinky. They go to that scene, and he's like, "Why? Do you know why I did that, Shikadai?" And I said Shikamaru, but he's like, "Do you know why I did that?" And he's just like, Boruto kind of rubs off on you. I mean, it's all because of Boruto. Boruto is someone who knew as soon as he was born, his dad didn't have to tell him, nobody had to tell him, don't abandon your comrades. Those who abandon their comrades are worse than scum. And it's just something he automatically gets, and that's kind of the product of the environment too. For the students, that's going to happen because that was passed down from Kakashi to Naruto. That's what happened right there. Those two, I mean, I remember back in the Naruto Shippuden and Naruto series, those two were the ones who initiated that. Those who abandoned their comrades are worse than scum, right? So I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that's been passed down. I love how the environment has actually adapted to Naruto's doings from the past. That's so unique. That's so cool to see in Boruto. And I do actually want to talk about, Boruto and Naruto, the whole father situation. And we all know Naruto didn't grow up, he grew up without a dad. And, Naruto even states, I think, last episode that he's like, well, I didn't grow up with a dad, so I don't really know how to be one. And that's something that still echoes. It's going to echo for a while, I think, because I think Naruto knew how to be a dad before he became Hokage, at least that's judging from Boruto's dialogue. And what I really like is the fact that technically Boruto doesn't really have a dad. At least he doesn't anymore, because his dad's never around. I mean, you really gotta think about that. I mean, what do you guys think? Leave down in the comments below for sure. But he's never around, so it's basically as if Boruto doesn't have a dad. And I think it'd be worse to not grow up without a dad, a dad that's deceased. It wouldn't be, worse to grow up with one that's dead, but it'd be worse to grow up with one that is there, but you never communicate with, you never reach out to. You know what I mean? So I think that'd be, having something so close but yet so far, I think would be the worst possible pain for this. And actually, for the end of the show, we have the reveal for Mitsuki, and he says, I know who's behind the ghost, which I am interested still who's behind the ghost. It's probably that person that was, because we found out Mitsuki's a test tube child, for sure, obviously. I don't really need to touch up too much on that, but it seems as if you know, aka Orochimaru. If you guys have not seen the movie, which you guys should have seen the movie by now, so don't say you spoiled me, Hex. That is, you know, Mitsuki's father. It seems as if Orochimaru has changed a little bit too. He's talking about, he's like patting him on the head and giving him some love, like he's truly his son. And the person to the right, I'm assuming, is the person in the mask and everything. So, yeah. As always, guys, you guys have been Hexed. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, X25. See you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.